Hello, and welcome to my channel. I'm Mandi, author of 10 novels so far, currently hiding in the laundry room. I haven't filmed a mid-month chit-chat, like, appropriately in the middle of the month in months. It's the 16th. This will probably go out tomorrow, so the 17th. Yeah. The problem being, I don't really have a great time to film anymore because I'm a zombie in the mornings at 5 o'clock when I wake up now. I hate mornings. So I'm not gonna film then. And then in the evenings I am dead from work. So the likelihood of me filming then is non-existent. Clearly. But during the day, currently there's not an ideal time because the kids aren't in school yet and no one takes a nap time anymore. So it's just general chaos. Hence hiding in the laundry room. We'll see how long this lasts. But anyway, this is the video where typically I just set up the camera and then drink tea. I don't have the specific mug that I drink tea out of because it's at my house. But I borrowed my sister's ray of sarcastic sunshine this morning. And I just talk about my reading and writing life. Yeah. I don't really have a place to set up the camera, so I'm actually holding it, and I hear small footsteps. This is not going to end well. I've been busy since work started again. Trying to balance. There's a million things I want to do. I have limited energy and time. Don't stress or burn out. It's been fascinating. But I've been playing around with what to do prickle-wise, which is writing with my writing group. Especially since there's not a nap time, which is like typically when I do that sort of thing. This week I've been doing the 5:30 a.m. thing, which is not ideal, but my kitten wakes up, gosh, I'm tired, wakes up anyway, and is like, feed me, and she does this thing when she decides it's time to get up at 5 o'clock, where she'll come up and make tiny cute little mew noises, and then like bat at my face, and if I bury my face in my pillow, she'll just sit on my head. And just be like, okay, I guess we're gonna be here. But not resting, because she'll keep like standing up and spinning in a circle and sitting. And standing up and spinning in a circle and sitting. And then sometimes batting at my face again. It's like it's a whole thing. So we went through that rigmarole this morning. And then I got up and then I was, on the prickle situation. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, trying to figure out ideal times to write. I don't know yet. And also because kids aren't in school yet, we haven't actually gotten into our routine yet. So whatever I do this week might alter once next week starts, when everyone's in school and like I actually have my preschool job and like routines and schedules will be different. I am so tired. It is 7:35. I'm gonna pull this together. Hi, Xander. So basically, writing-wise, I haven't been writing a lot, and when I do write in August so far, it's been like 300 or 400 words, because I just don't have the brain power capacity anymore. And, I'm kind of okay with that, because I have been doing things, like I took an online course because I'm starting a preschool job, I had to do professional development, so I was like literally taking an 18-hour class. So I was using my brain power for other things. And then also learning to commute to and from work is a new experience and fills up my time. It's better, I feel, to be able to go home from work and have that separation. I'm able to have quiet evenings without screaming children, and then also like I just sleep is more restful and like everything, like I am able to reset for the next day much better. But it also does eat into my time, because typically I would get done with work, walk into my bedroom, which was right next to work, and then I could start writing or reading or doing whatever, right? But now I have to like drive 20 minutes home. So it's obviously not a huge commute, but it is time. And then by the time I get home, and of course I've never had to deal with like everyone's going home from work traffic, that's new. So when I get home from that disaster, and also there's construction on the way home, so we're basically just at a standstill and it's stressful. Anyway, when I get home from that disaster, typically Xander? Okay, got it, interrupted again, but what was I talking about? The commute, I don't know, I'm tired. And then also, oh yeah, I have things that I do in the evening. So like on Tuesdays I have my Bible study that I lead. Well, I don't always lead, I co-lead, whatever, with the jail ministry. And then on Wednesdays I have my Bible study. On Monday nights there's the educational prickle, which I'm trying to get back into actually going to live, because over the summer I was not. Anyway, so there's lots of, like, there's things in the evening, so I get home and then it's like, I have 1 hour before I have to go to my next thing, which means at least 30 minutes of that is prepping for the next thing, which means I have 30 minutes to, like, eat dinner and then get my butt in gear for the next thing. So, time-wise, it's a struggle. And I am trying not to stay up late. I am naturally a night owl, so my instinct is to, you know, work, get home, go to my evening thing, yada yada, whatever. Come home, it's like 8, 9 o'clock, sit down and start working, and work until midnight, you know? That's my instinct. However, I have to get my butt out of bed for work in the mornings now, which didn't used to be a thing. It used to be I could sleep until like 2 seconds before I had to be at work, and I could roll out of bed and be at work. So, back to the commuting thing. I actually have to get up in the mornings, which means I can't work until midnight. So I'm trying to have a good nightly routine so that I can get enough sleep, so that I can be refreshed to get up and go to work. Which means I can't do the evening night owl thing, which means time is limited. I think time will become less limited once school starts, because the children won't be around all the time. So there will be breaks where I have open time to write, to catch up on reading, to do Publish and Thrive, to whatever. So I don't know what that routine's going to look like. School starts tomorrow for 2 of the kids, and then next week for the other one. I also start teaching preschool next week, so that will add to the like time is limited thing, kind of, except that the preschool will be at the same time as like my natural nanny duties anyway, so it's not necessarily changing when I work, but how. There will be interactions with more children, more adults, people in general, so it's going to eat into my energy levels on some, I was going to say level, but I literally just said level, so it felt weird to say level again, but yeah, it's definitely going to affect things, just not time-wise specifically, except it kind of might affect things time-wise, because the prickle that I host, the 3 p.m. prickle, is actually 2 o'clock for me, and last year, going to the preschool, I wasn't teaching, I was just dropping kids off, go to the preschool, get back, yada yada, all that kind of stuff. When I'd pick up from preschool, I'd get back at like 1:15, 1:20, and then getting everyone settled for like TV time, nap time, whatever, like there was barely enough time for me to get everyone settled, get on for the 2 o'clock prickle. And now I host it, so like I have to be there, but I've been so inconsistent over the summer and then into the school year. Even before that, I've been just so inconsistent. I'm a terrible host. Anyway, that's a different topic. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, but working at the preschool, I will actually have to stay longer than I would have just picking up preschool kid, right? Because I have to like help reset the classroom and like I don't know, things. So I'm expecting, haven't done it yet, but I'm expecting I'll get home like 1:30, 1:40 instead of the 1:15, 1:20. In which case, I'll have even less time to settle everyone before the 2 o'clock prickle. I don't think I'll make it to the 2 o'clock prickle, is what I'm saying. So that will have to... I'll play it by ear. I don't know, see what happens, but that it will... What am I trying to say? I don't know. The schedule may have to be adjusted for like when I write, typically. It might not be the 3 p.m. anymore. Or it might be like 3:30. But I also have to go to the bus to get the kids, which is like at 3:30. I have to leave at 3:30. Oh gosh. There's no time. So, yeah, figuring out the routine and the schedule and like when do I actually have time for anything is the main thing. But I can't do that until I'm actually into the school routine and know what time that I have, right? So right now I just have this cloud of like, is there any time? Will I ever know? And I won't know until like next week and the week after when I like get into the rhythm of it. So I'm waiting for that data so that I can make these adjustments and decisions. Until then, we'll see what happens. So, writing-wise, haven't been writing a whole lot, but have been writing some. I did my, professional development class. Good on me. I have been reading, so I'm in a book club in my writing community in the Hedgie House. I'm doing the book club with them. I've done one book club with them, the Stephen King book, and then I didn't do book club after that for whatever reason. But I am doing book club now. We're reading a book called Dear Writer, Are You in Burnout? By Becca Syme, I believe is her name. Which, it's very timely. It's a timely book, and I'm enjoying it. Haven't gotten, we're like four or five chapters in. So I haven't gotten very far, but it's already been helpful. She lays out this idea of like energy pennies and spending them and gaining them and like borrowing tomorrow's and then like being bankrupt. It's the whole thing. And it was really helpful for me. I mean, I've heard this kind of thing before. We talked about this in the book club session last Saturday. But like we talk about cup filling in Quill and Cup in the Hedgie House in the writing community. So we are often talking about how full or empty our cup is and that sort of thing. And there's like the spoons theory that people use like in therapy or whatever. And probably others that I'm not thinking about. And we always talk about this at church camp, which during staff devotions, we like, if you're not filling up scripture, Holy Spirit, prayer, right? If you're not doing that, you're not going to be able to pour into the kids. Anyway, this idea has definitely been around. But the pennies thing just caught my attention in a way that nothing else ever has. I was like, I spend pennies to get out of bed in the morning. So many pennies. And I spend pennies to do literally everything. And then like, I have no pennies. I'm so tired. Gosh. Anyway, so I was gonna say fun, but it's been interesting to just like be cognizant of my pennies as I go throughout my day. It's like, it takes pennies, so many pennies, because I'm a lazy Enneagram 9. It takes so many pennies for me to start like literally anything. The motivation to like do is a whole bucket full of pennies. However, some of the things that it takes pennies to start doing also give me pennies. Like a shower, for example. I spend pennies deciding to get into... I spend so many pennies, you don't even know. Deciding to get into a shower. Because it's just so much effort. But then once I'm there, like the act of showering, it actually gives me so many pennies, it's ridiculous. When I am sick or when my anxiety's overboard and I just want to curl up in my bed and never get out again, or if I've just had a long stressful day or like anything, if I am dead inside, all you have to do is throw me in the shower and I'll be great. I'll be good to go. I've actually caught this miracle on camera a couple times. I'll see if I can find which vlogs those were. But there was one where, like, it was a Friday night, and I was stressed and dead, and talking to the camera, and I was like, oh, blah, life sucks, I'm gonna go take a shower. And then I got out of the shower and was like, life is amazing, life is so good, let's be productive, guys. Anyway, but that happens to me every time I take a shower. So, yes, what I'm saying is showers give me a lot of pennies, but I first have to get over the hurdle of, like, I don't want to. So anyway, what I'm saying is there's a lot of exchanging of energy pennies all throughout the day. And it really caught my attention and resonated, I guess. It made sense for me. So, yeah, I don't know what it was about the pennies versus the spoons or the cups or whatever that connected in my brain, but it did, and it's been helpful so far. But, like, that's what I'm currently wrestling with, is, like, where are all the places that I have to spend pennies now? And, like, are there any places where I could fill up on pennies? Because I have no time and no energy, and, So, yeah, I don't know. It's fun. Yeah, so reading. I'm reading Dear Writer, Are You in Burnout? And I'm really enjoying it. Haven't been reading anything else. I was going to pick a professional development write-craft situation for the month because I fell off of doing one every single month, but now that I'm reading Dear Writer, Are You in Burnout? I kind of feel like that counts. So I don't know. We'll see what I decide there. I never finished No Perfect Kids, which was the professional development book that I was reading back in, like, April or May. So I need to do that. It's been on my list in August, but, like, I have no time in August, so. Yes? Other things. I have a book that I agreed to read to give a review, which I have not been reading. I'm a terrible person. So that's on my list of things to read. One of my critique partners sent me chapters that I haven't gone through all of them yet, so that's something I need to read. I have a new critique partner through the BFF program in Quill and Cup, and I'm going to be sending her the first chapter of my King Arthur series, because we're getting back to that eventually. So I actually want to look at that first chapter and do some polishing before I send it to her, and that needs to happen before the 21st. In what time? I don't know, friends, but it needs to. Yeah. Oh, and then the other thing, don't make fun of me, I know I have no time, but, I am looking into this book coaching thing. Doing research, also saving all of my actual physical pennies, I'm going to try and do the author accelerated, whatever it is, the program to get certified as a book coach, but it's expensive, so I cannot do that immediately. So in the meantime, I am doing research, I am making a business plan, and this is the part that, do I have time for this? I think so, but maybe not. I've taken on a writer as, like, a trial run practice situation where I am going to be coaching her through her book, and things like that, because she has a February deadline, and yeah, so we'll be working through things together between now and February, I guess. Maybe after that, too. Just to see how I'm going to coach, what that's going to look like. I don't know things. So I'm doing that. Coaching practice. I mean, coaching for real. I want to genuinely help this writer. But it's not an official business yet, and I'm not doing it for money right now. Like, she's not paying me. I'm just practicing. She's my guinea pig. She's very gracious. Anyway, so doing all of that while I save my pennies to get certified with Author Accelerator. That's where we're at with book coaching. I think possibly maybe in 2024 I'll try to do the certification it might have to wait till 2025. Depends on how fast I save my pennies, really. Yeah. I don't think I want to set up the actual business and have clients until after I'm certified. So, I don't know about that. But anyway, that's the book coaching things. Haven't been writing. Been reading a little. Trying to be a book coach. Is there anything else I should discuss? I think that's basically everything. I don't know. I sent out my newsletter yesterday, which was hilarious. And really just summed up this month, this disaster. All of the, like, I have no time for anything stress that I just relayed to you. I also relayed in my newsletter. And, hold on, let me pull it up and see if there's anything I missed. Oh, Camp Nano wrap-up. Yeah, so I did finish Camp Nano. Wrote the words. Yay. Haven't really written since then. I mean, I have, but, like, not... Haven't had a solid day. Haven't had what used to be my average days, you know? I'm just sort of, like, a few hundred words here and there. Huzzah. But anyway, did finish Camp Nano, which is great. Reading Dear Writer, Are You in Burnout? Yep. I've been using the Eisenhower matrix every couple of days to put all my tasks in the urgent, important, not either urgent or important little categories, which in some ways has been helpful just to write it all down because I'm a list person, but in other ways not helpful because everything either goes in the urgent, important, or the important but not urgent. I typically never have anything in the not important, not urgent, so there's nothing to delete. And I only occasionally have things in the urgent but not important situation. So, like, it's all either has to happen today, or it's, this is really important and I want to do it, so I need to schedule it, but, like, it doesn't have to happen right this second. Writing, for example, has been in the important but not urgent. Anyway, having everything in the important but not urgent isn't helpful. I already knew that everything was important but not urgent. Anyway, but in some ways it does sort of clear out the cobwebs in my brain to write it all down in that way, so I have been doing the Eisenhower matrix. Which, if you don't know what that is, I'll show you sometime, but not right this second. Let's see, talking about how exhausted I am, and how I'm trying to find a routine, and yada yada. Yes, baby! I'm just gonna read this. Basically, I don't have an answer yet, but we're trying lots of things, and also resting. The desire to be productive and the urge to not burn out are coexisting for now, but it's precarious. It's day by day. Monday morning, my cup was full, and I had ample energy to be productive and also do work and end the day satisfied and not too exhausted. This morning, being yesterday, I rolled out of bed and into my car for work. I'll keep you posted on tomorrow. I've been doing Publish and Thrive. I have gotten back into doing Publish and Thrive. I took it a couple years ago. It took me like the whole year to do the 5-week course, but I took it a couple years ago. And then this year I retook it, basically, except I didn't because I didn't finish. But I decided to redo it because she added more content. And how long were you not filming? Okay, well, the camera, decided I had talked long enough and shut off, but I didn't notice it first. So I don't know how much I chatted about Publish and Thrive before I realized it cut off. But I've been doing it again. We are almost done with Module 1 at this point. I've done like 3 or so of the lessons in the last week and a half because it's easier to watch videos and take a couple notes and not use all my brain power than it is to, like... So my camera died. Had to go switch out the battery. I'm getting the distinct impression the camera doesn't want to be talking about Publish and Thrive. So I'm gonna make this fast. But anyway, watching the videos is easier than actually writing because I don't have a lot of brain power right now. That's Publish and Thrive. Writing, reading, book coaching. Ow. Existential dread. Mild panic that I have no time to do anything, and I have a much smaller plate than I used to have, and I don't know how not to overfill it. Yep, that's where we're at, but we are trying not to overfill it, We'll see what happens. I actually feel really good today. Like, I got up this morning, started my day with devotions, and I haven't actually done anything other than this video so far, but it's only 8 o'clock in the morning. I have plenty of time to do things, and I'm feeling refreshed. I know I look really tired, but, like, I feel refreshed. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to overdo it today, but also, like, I know that I have the brain power to do things today. Listen, we're trial and error. It's a weird balancing act. I'll figure out the routine before the end of September. Maybe. I'll let you know halfway through September how we're doing.